Imagine standing in front of the world's most extraordinary building. Every arch, every spire, every subtle detail was once pure thought before becoming physical reality. But what if I told you this same process, the transformation of consciousness into matter, isn't just happening in human architecture? It's the fundamental principle behind all of reality itself. We're about to embark on a journey through the greatest construction project ever undertaken, the building of reality itself. From the quantum foundations to the cosmic penthouse, we'll discover how consciousness shapes every level of existence, and more importantly, how you can work with these principles in your own life. Let's start at the smallest scale imaginable, the quantum level. Here in the basement of reality, particles don't exist as fixed objects but as waves of possibility. Until observed, they remain in a state of pure potential. The moment consciousness interacts with them, these waves collapse into definite particles with specific locations and properties. This isn't theory, it's observable, repeatable science. Think of consciousness as the master architect. Just as an architect's vision determines whether a space becomes a hospital or a concert hall, consciousness determines which of infinite possibilities becomes manifest reality. But how exactly does this process work? Picture reality as an infinite ocean of energy waves. Your consciousness acts like a sophisticated filter, tuning into specific frequencies within this ocean. Whatever frequency you tune into determines what you experience as physical reality. When you observe something, you're actually participating in its creation. This explains why two people can experience the same event differently. They're literally tuning into different frequencies of possibility. It's not that one is right and one is wrong. They're both acting as architects, constructing their version of reality through their conscious attention. But let's scale up to something more tangible, the molecular level. Consider what happens when you have a sudden emotional reaction. That single thought instantly triggers a cascade of molecular changes throughout your body. Stress hormones release, neural pathways activate, muscles tense or relax. Your consciousness literally rearranges matter at the molecular level. This same principle operates in the world around you, just at a different scale. Every thought you maintain consistently becomes like a blueprint that reality gradually builds toward. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the same process that turned the architect's vision into a physical building, just operating at a different timescale. Let's move up another level, to the realm of living systems. Plants grown with positive attention demonstrably grow better than those neglected. This isn't magic, it's consciousness interacting with biological systems. Your focused attention literally provides an energetic template that living systems can align with and grow toward. Scale up further to human interaction. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the atmosphere? That's you sensing the accumulated thought forms and emotional energies that have been constructed in that space. Just as buildings have architecture, spaces have energetic architecture created by consciousness. This brings us to a crucial understanding. You're never just a passive observer. Every thought, every feeling, every moment of attention is laying energetic bricks in the construction of reality. The question isn't whether you're building, it's what you're building. Let's talk practical application. How do you consciously participate in this construction process? First, understand that sustained attention is your primary tool. Just as a building requires consistent effort to construct, reality responds to sustained conscious focus rather than scattered thoughts. Here's a practical experiment. Choose something simple you'd like to create in your experience. Rather than just wishing for it, design it in detail in your consciousness. What would it look like? Feel like? What would be different in your life? Build the energetic blueprint completely before attempting physical manifestation. Next, understand that your emotional state acts like the foundation. You can't build a skyscraper on swampland, and you can't manifest positive creations from a consciousness of fear or lack. Emotional mastery isn't just spiritual teaching, it's practical construction science. Consider how a master builder works. They don't fight against gravity or material properties, they work with them. Similarly, conscious reality creation isn't about forcing your will onto the universe. It's about understanding the natural laws of consciousness and working skillfully with them. Here's where many people go wrong. They try to control outcomes rather than understanding the building process. Imagine trying to build a house by focusing only on the finished product while ignoring the fundamental principles of architecture and engineering. It wouldn't work. Think of your daily consciousness as a 24-hour construction site. If you spend 1 hour carefully laying bricks, envisioning your desired outcome and aligning your energy with it, but then spend the other 23 hours entertaining doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, it's like hiring a demolition crew to work the night shift. You can't build a stable structure when you're tearing down your progress most of the time. Let's explore how this works in daily life. Imagine you're trying to manifest a new career opportunity. You spend your morning meditation visualizing success, feeling the excitement of new possibilities. But then you get to your current job, and for the next 8 hours, you focus on everything you hate about it, complain to coworkers, and marinate in frustration. Which energy do you think has more building power? Your 20 minutes of positive focus or your 8 hours of active resistance? This is where most manifestation practices fall short. It's not enough to do periodic positive thinking. You need a comprehensive approach to maintaining constructive consciousness throughout your day. Think of it like maintaining proper building conditions. You wouldn't try to build a skyscraper in a hurricane. Here are some practical ways to maintain consistent constructive consciousness. First, establish consciousness checkpoints throughout your day. Just as a builder regularly checks their measurements, set specific times to check your mental emotional state. The morning commute, lunch break, and evening wind down can become your inspection times. Second, create environmental triggers for consciousness alignment. Every doorway you walk through can become a reminder to check your thoughts. Every time you check your phone, pause to ensure you're in a constructive state. These small moments of awareness compound over time. Third, learn to recognize the early signs of destructive consciousness. Just as an experienced builder notices hairline cracks before they become structural problems, you can learn to catch negative thought spirals before they gain momentum. Physical tension, shortened breath, and irritability are your warning signals. Most importantly, understand that maintaining constructive consciousness doesn't mean denying negative experiences. Instead, it means learning to process challenges without letting them demolish your larger construction project. When problems arise, ask yourself, how can I respond to this while maintaining the integrity of what I'm building? Think of it like building in an earthquake zone. You don't pretend earthquakes won't happen. You build with them in mind. Your consciousness structure needs to be flexible enough to handle life's shakings while maintaining its core stability. Practice shifting from destructive to constructive consciousness in real time. If you catch yourself in a complaint spiral, immediately ask, what am I trying to build here? How can I realign with that intention? This isn't about suppressing negative thoughts. It's about consciously choosing where to direct your building energy. Remember, every interaction is either reinforcing your construction or undermining it. When you engage with others, are you collectively building something positive, or are you joining forces to demolish possibilities? Your conversations are either mixing stronger concrete or planting dynamite at the foundation. Develop what builders call material awareness, understanding how different thoughts and emotions affect your construction project. Some thoughts are like steel beams, they provide structural support. Others are like acid rain, they slowly erode your progress. Learn to recognize the quality of your mental materials. The key is consistency, not perfection. You wouldn't abandon a construction project because one measurement was off. Similarly, don't abandon your consciousness practice because you have moments of doubt or fear. Simply notice, adjust, and continue building. This constant awareness might seem exhausting at first, but like any skill, it becomes natural with practice. Eventually, maintaining constructive consciousness becomes your default state, just as experienced builders develop an intuitive feel for their work. Remember, every moment is either construction or demolition. Choose wisely where you invest your consciousness energy and watch how much faster your reality transforms when you're no longer working against yourself. At the collective level, we're all contributing to a shared construction project. Every thought, word, and action adds to the collective blueprint humanity is building from. This isn't metaphorical, it's happening right now, at every scale of reality. Looking at human history, we can see this principle in action. Every major advancement began as an idea before becoming physical reality. The internet, space travel, renewable energy, all were unconscious blueprints before becoming manifest reality. But here's the most exciting part. We're just beginning to understand these principles consciously. Imagine what becomes possible when we learn to work with them deliberately, skillfully, and in harmony with natural law. Scale up one final time to the cosmic level. Those same principles we observed in quantum particles scale up to the creation of galaxies. Consciousness isn't just human consciousness. It's the fundamental creative force of the universe itself, and we're all individualized expressions of it. This understanding revolutionizes how we approach creation. Instead of trying to force reality to conform to our wishes, we learn to align our consciousness with the natural creative principles already operating in the universe. Here's your practical starting point. Begin observing how your consistent thoughts and emotions correlate with your experienced reality. Not to judge or change anything initially, just to observe the connection. This builds your awareness of how you're already participating in reality construction. Next, start experimenting with conscious creation in small, measurable ways. Don't start with trying to manifest millions of dollars. Start with manifesting a parking space or a pleasant interaction. Build your understanding of the principles through direct experience. Remember, just as a master architect understands both grand vision and minute detail, conscious creation requires both broad understanding and precise application. Start where you are, work with what you have, and build your mastery gradually. You are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are an individualized expression of it. Every moment, you're participating in the greatest construction project ever undertaken, the ongoing creation of reality itself. Are you ready to build more consciously? Share your experiences with Conscious Creation below. Subscribe for more practical wisdom on working with universal principles, and join our community of reality architects shaping tomorrow's world. Every moment, you're participating in the greatest construction project ever undertaken, the ongoing creation of reality itself. Are you ready to build more consciously? I hope this video helped you. Thank you for watching. This is Ayla, signing off.